evening, you're watching the news from Sultanate of Oman television. I am Susan Ali and here are tonight's main headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander, confirms the Excellence, Service and Royal Commendation medals on a number of senior officers of the Royal Oman Police. His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed presides over the Royal Oman Police's annual day celebration and the graduation of officer cadets. Greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Majesty King of Bahrain are conveyed by His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed during his reception at the Safariya Palace in Al Manama. And a concession agreement for oil and gas prospecting and exploration is signed in the blocks 38 and 74 in the Governorate of Dhofar. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander, confirmed today the Excellence, Service and Royal Commendation medals on a number of senior officers of the Royal Oman Police. On this occasion, His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs, pinned the medals on the officers at the Sultan Qaboos Academy for Police Sciences. His Highness congratulated the officers for this royal honoring, which comes in appreciation of the continuous efforts of the Royal Oman Police's affiliates under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan, the Supreme Commander. The ceremony was attended by His Excellency Lieutenant General Hassan bin Muhsin al-Shuraiqi, Inspector General of Police and Customs. Under the patronage of His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs, the Royal Oman Police celebrated its annual day and the graduation of candidate officers in Sultan Qaboos Academy for Police Science. More details in the following report.
The 5th of January marks one of the remarkable days in the history of the Sultanate of Oman. It's the day for the Royal Oman Police, where every RP staff are honored and proud for the milestones made throughout the years. It also reminds us of the progress career of this military institution and the significance of preserving general security and serving the community. From this military parade in the Sultan Qaboos Academy for Policing Sciences, the celebration commenced under the patronage of His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister of Defense Affairs, where the candidates officers celebrated their memorable graduation filled with pride and glory.
السلام عليكم سيدي. طابور الخريجين جاهز للتفتيش سيدي.
The celebration included a marching parade by the candidate officers, where they displayed skills mastered while they're in training in the police college, and from that, they proved their physical and knowledge readiness. And all of this to set them well for every security task will be assigned to them, devoted to serve the Sultan, the Supreme Commander, and their country with loyalty. Then His Highness honored the top graduates of the candidate officers batch. Following that, the 46th batch of the candidate officers handed over the Sultan Qaboos Academy for Policing Sciences flag to the 47 batch. After that, the graduates performed the ROP anthem, Protectors of the Right, and chanted the oath of loyalty 3 times for the life of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander. May God protect him. Afterwards, the graduates performed military salute to His Highness. the ROP music band played the national anthem to mark the end of the military parade event. And finally, the parade, the ROP cavalry, and the ROP music band passed beside the main dais to leave the military field.
We are here today celebrating the Royal Oman Police, which is held on 5th of January every year. I'm glad to be one of the participants, Royal Oman Police, and graduate from the Police College and Sultan Qaboos Academy of Police Science. We are the watchful eyes to protect homeland and citizens.
Today I am proud and happy to graduate from Police College as a lieutenant. So I would like to thank all the staff, all my co-workers to share me up, to let me to graduate from this college. And I hopefully will be happy, all of my members of my family and my friends around.
I highly suspect that this will remain one of the greatest achievements I ever accomplished. I am filled with immense gratitude and joy to be amongst those who have climbed the Rocky Mountains to emerge victorious at the other side with heroic yet humbled hearts, ready to serve our beloved Oman.
Well, this brings us to the end of this incredible moment where those officers from this prestigious academy, they had acquired the knowledge and acquired the expertise and took the oath to serve His Majesty the Sultan, the Supreme Commander in this beloved country. And they're going to make sure to convey the message and the full portrait of safety, tranquility here in the Sultanate of Oman. This is First Lieutenant Saeed bin Salim al-Mharzi from the Sultan Qaboos Academy for Policing Sciences. Walayat of Nizwa.
His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, King of the Kingdom of Bahrain, received His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed at the Safaria Palace in the capital Manama this evening. During the meeting, His Highness conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq to the King of Bahrain and his good wishes for good health and happiness and for the brotherly Bahraini people further progress and prosperity. For his part, His Majesty the King asked His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed to convey his greetings and sincere wishes to His Majesty the Sultan, wishing him continued health and welfare and the Omani people further development and growth. During the meeting, the strong fraternal relations between the two brotherly countries and matters of common interest were discussed. In appreciation for His Highness Sayyid Yazan and as an expression of the depth of the close historical relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Majesty the King granted His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed the Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa Medal First Class. His Highness expressed his appreciation for this kind gesture from His Majesty the King, which reflects the strength of Omani-Bahraini relations. The meeting was attended by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain, and a number of their Highnesses, Excellencies, and senior officials in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The Ministry of Energy and Minerals signed today a concession agreement for oil and gas exploration in concession blocks number 38 and 74 with CC Energy Development Oman Company. The company will conduct geological and geophysical studies and seismic surveys necessary for oil and gas prospecting in the designated zones. Located in the southwestern part of Dhofar Governorate, concession area number 38 extends for approximately 17,425 square meters, while concession area number 74 in the southeastern part of the governorate covers an area of 3,064 square kilometers. The agreement reflects the ministry's commitment to expand exploration and prospecting for oil and gas resources in the Sultanate of Oman. The agreement also underscores the confidence of local and international investors in Oman and will consolidate the productive capacity of the oil and gas sector. His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al-Aufi, Minister of Energy and Minerals, signed the agreement.
We have signed an oil and gas concession, petroleum concession agreement with CCD on block 38 and block 74, and this is part of the ministry goal to increase the area which is operated under the concession. Block 38 cover an area over 17,000 kilometers square, and Block 74 cover an area of around 3,000 kilometers square. So both areas will be an additional to the operated blocks in Oman. The objective or the target for the first phase for both blocks is to acquire some 2D seismic in one of the block, and the other block will be, and both of them, there will be first reprocessing of the 2D seismic.
We have acquired 3 and 4, the rights for 3 and 4 in 2007. And when the blocks were in exploration phase, and they were considered to be dead blocks, and we are now producing 30,000 barrels from those 2 blocks, so it's a success story. And as I said repeatedly, this is only because of the help of the team from the ministry and their support at all time to help us to succeed. As a show of confidence in Oman and the ministry, we wanted to expand into other areas, and we picked exploration areas as blocks 74 and 38 to hopefully repeat the success of blocks 3 and 4, and very delighted that we were able to sign with the ministry and to start the work.
Still to come in our news bulletin. Sultan Qaboos University hosts the 4th Cultural and Scientific Forum for female students. The Central Bank of Oman issued a circular today on the termination of the use of certain denominations of currency, which will be withdrawn from circulation within a maximum period of 360 days from today. After the 31st of December 2024, these denominations will become out of circulations and will have no legal tender value. The denominations that the bank announced the end of their use include the following banknotes. The 5th issue, 1995, the banknotes of the upgraded issue 2000, the banknote of the denomination of 1 Riyal commemorative banknote 2005, the banknote of the denomination of 20 Riyals commemorative banknote 2010, the banknote of the upgraded issue of 2011 and 2012, the banknote of the denomination of 1 Riyal commemorative banknote, and the upgraded 50 Riyals banknote 2019. The Central Bank of Oman directed all banks operating in the Sultanate of Oman to accept the aforementioned banknotes and replace them with banknotes of the 6th issue during the aforementioned period. The Central Bank of Oman also directed all institutions and retailers to accept these banknotes from the public and then deposit them to the banks operating in the Sultanate of Oman. Air Vice Marshal Khamis bin Hamad Al Ghafri, commander of the Royal Air Force of Oman, along with several high-ranking officers from the Royal Air Force of Oman, visited the military air exercise Makhlab al-Saqr. They received a briefing on the exercise's progress and objectives and observed the exercise cells and the Air Operations Center. During their visit, they witnessed several aerial sorties as part of the exercise plan, showcasing the high standards and operational efficiency demonstrated by the members of the Royal Air Force of Oman. With the participation of more than 180 female students, Sultan Qaboos University hosted the 4th Cultural and Scientific Forum for female students in the GCC higher education institutions. The The forum seeks to enhance channels of communication and interaction between female students at GCC universities in order to achieve continuous cooperation. It also provides opportunities for female students to explore knowledge in various scientific and cultural issues, highlight creative talents, and encourage innovation in the forum's fields and themes, in addition to empowering female students' leadership skills. The forum includes a group of competitions divided into 4 main themes: the religious, cultural, artistic, and scientific theme. The Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, joined ISO Technical Committee on Innovation Management. Specialists from the Directorate General for Specification and Standards will represent the ministry in the ISO committee. The committee works on unifying terms, tools, methods, and creating communication among bodies concerned like local governments, organizations of the civil society, and local groups in order to enable the innovation. It is noteworthy that the ISO Technical Committee on Innovation Management works under the umbrella of the International Standards Organization, which aims to develop international standards related to supporting innovation and creating solutions for global challenges. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here's a recap of our main points. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander, confers the Excellence, Service and Royal Commendation medals on a number of senior officers of the Royal Oman Police. His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed presides over the Royal Oman Police's annual day celebration and the graduation of officer cadets. His Highness the greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Majesty King of Bahrain are conveyed by His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed during his reception at Al Safariya Palace in Al Manama. And a concession agreement for oil and gas prospecting and exploration is signed in the blocks 38 and 74 in the Governorate of Dhofar. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and until next time.